First, change your identity. I was able to reflect on my life and be like, okay, every time I would go to bed, I would just take off my clothes and put them right next to my bed, like just on the floor. And I realized I want to be more organized, and more organized people, they wouldn't just throw it there. They would take care of it immediately and not wait to do it on the next day. Try to visualize that person and what would that person do, and then always ask yourself, would that person do that? Or would just my current version do that? Step 2, very important. Find people that are one step ahead of you. And it's important that they're just one step ahead of you. Let's say you're into personal development. You want to change something about your life. You want to improve your life. And you follow Ali Abdaal. That's what I did. The problem here was that I could not identify myself with Ali Abdaal. He's like over 10 years older than me. He started YouTube in like 2015 or something. So there were like so many things, and that made it hard for me to believing what he said, because I'm like, oh, everything that he says makes total sense. And I would just be stuck in that loophole. If you start on YouTube like I did, one thing that helped me the most to get started was seeing someone else that was a small YouTuber around my age, breaking through with YouTube, being monetized, growing. I saw her and I was like, oh, I can do it. If you meet people in real life that have something that you want to have in the future, it seems way more realistic to get it. Because our brain, we're just like, oh, realistic how we live right now, we cannot be that future version. And that's why we give up way too soon. If you want to start YouTube, find small accounts that have less than 5,000 followers. Build that bridge that you're like, oh, we have this in common, and that will motivate you, that you will start believing in yourself. I can do it too if that person can do it. It all starts by believing in yourself and then working for it. So my step number 3 is, we all know how important mindset is, and it's find your advantage. Every person has an advantage. A lot of times because of social media, we always think that other people have advantages. We're like, oh, that person had rich parents, so she was able to get to this college, or that's why she got that job opportunity. If you think like that, it's gonna keep you stuck where you are right now, because that is a poor mindset. You want to have a rich mindset, which means find your advantage, whatever it is. For example, compare yourself to a celebrity. You will probably go like, oh, that person has so much money. What you don't see is that you have the advantage as someone that is not famous. You can go to outside the door without having paparazzis chasing you down. For me, I noticed my advantage. I have a very big fear of being average. And every time I face a fear, like I want to travel to that place and I have no one to go there with me, so I go by myself. I'm terrified doing it, but I'm even more terrified of living an average life. What can I do to make my life less average? Is like breaking out of boxes, is like not following the average path of the way I design my life. My fear helps me to overcome other fears. Step number 4 is very important as well. Break your dreams down. Our dreams can be very intimidating looking at the point of where we are right now. One important thing is that I learned with running, when you start out, you're going to suck, you're going to question everything. This is normal for your brain because you've never done something. I ran my first half marathon last weekend. Up to that day, I was like, I can't do it. I never ran a half marathon. And now I feel motivated that I can also do like a marathon one day if I keep training. And that's with everything in life. It's like start small and don't get intimidated by the big goal at the end. Sometimes, like if you are struggling where to start, let's say you want to start a business, you have zero money, you have zero experience. It's like try to break it down. What can you do today that you need? Maybe you can start selling clothes and you can figure out what times to sell. And that skill that you learn from selling these clothes, it will help you for building your business. Make it fun. Sometimes it can be hard to see where can I start, but I'm pretty sure you can start with something. And if you can't think of anything, write something in like ChatGPT and be like, okay, I want to do this, but this is where I'm at in life right now. How can I start today? You won't get a six-pack from working out one time. You won't turn into a YouTuber by just sitting in front of your camera. You don't need a camera that you use for Hollywood movies if you can just use your phone. use what you got. Don't sit there, procrastinate, and coming up with excuses, because that will keep you poor. That will keep you stuck where you are right now. You're feeling stuck because you're not taking action. And that's already the next thing. It's like, don't live your life so passively. A lot of times, scrolling on your phone, going to school, we just passively attend it, sit there, do nothing about it, or feel frustrated because we're in this passive situation. It's kind of like watching a movie versus being inside of the movie and being able to control where you go from here. Being the person watching the movie, I can't tell that person in a movie to go left or right. They will just do it and I will just witness it as a passive person. But being in the movie, knowing I can be the decider to go outside here and go for a run. No one here or in my family will tell me to go on that run. I have to make that decision myself. I need to show up for myself, and you need to do the same thing. If you take action, if you start doing the things like recording the video, studying for your school exam, you become an active person that does things, and these things will become true. It's like you study for the exam, you will get that good result, you will go here and there. It's about like living actively. Stop scrolling. It's gonna destroy your self-belief. My last step is rebrand yourself and meet strangers. I was meeting someone and I told him, oh, I'm going to run a half marathon. And he told me, oh, so you're an athlete. I never thought of myself as an athlete. I feel like I just started running like 6 months ago, but that helped me to think like, I'm an athlete. I never thought of it that way because I'm like, I didn't grow up being very athletic. I don't make my money doing sports. So I didn't see myself as an athlete. But once you do that and you meet other people and you're telling them like, oh, I'm a runner. It doesn't matter your pace. I noticed meeting strangers, a lot of times when people are like, oh, what do you do? People say like what they do to make money, right? Maybe I'm an accountant. I sometimes like when I meet strangers, I'm like, oh, I'm a YouTuber. I'm not monetized on YouTube. But I'm still a YouTuber. It's not a lie. But I think it's important that sometimes we rebrand ourselves, and if you want to become that YouTuber, say it. Even if you only have a couple of videos, upload it. It's just a stranger that you met, I don't know where. Just say something. Whatever kind of response you get, it's just like, okay, like now I finally said it out loud. I'm a YouTuber. And that will make you think different about yourself and what you do. And that will also help you gain more confidence, because your current social circle with your friends, with your family, they just know your current you or your previous you. So if you were really lazy all the time and you're still lazy, but you don't want to be that lazy person anymore, you want to be that really ambitious person. In order to become that person, I think it's easier to meet strangers, because that's why I travel so much. I meet so many people that I've never met before, other solo travelers, and I can just say them whatever I want. I will probably never see them again. And that can help you to build that future you and to become that person. If you stay with the same people and you're just telling them who you're trying to be, maybe they will support you. But also that's scary for them that you're going to change, because you're going to turn into a person that they haven't met before. It's important to know that there will always be some kind of people that like the way that you are. And it might be those strangers that you meet at the run club that you go to. I met so many people at the run club and I'm like, I love it here because it's people that actively do things. Before, I was just meeting people that are like, oh, I have this on my bucket list. I want to do this one day, but when are you going to do it? Because we think we have so much time, like I can do it tomorrow. But we don't know if someone's gonna get hit by the car. Did you live a fulfilled life? And that fear of not living a fulfilled life or living an average life is what fuels me and gets me the energy to actually do the things, to actually face my other fears, because I know that fear is way bigger than all the other fears. It's like, where will we be in 1 year if we start today, if we do something every day? So I hope I'll see you in the next video, and bye!